Hey y'all, welcome to my June reset. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing both highlights and challenges from the month of May, sharing how my goals and intentions for May went, setting new goals for June, and sharing some monthly favorites. But if you're new, hi, I'm Alycia, I'm 33 and I'm in the DMV area. I make videos about wellness and personal development, so if that's your vibe, consider subscribing. So let's get into these highlights from the month of May. I feel like in May, I just got to spend a lot of good quality time with both friends and family. For a date night, I saw the Washington Ballet perform in DC. They performed Sleeping Beauty, and y'all, they did an incredible job. As a former dancer, I know how much time, energy, and just preparation goes into preparing for performances. So I have such an appreciation for what they did. They were incredible. So glad I got to see them perform. I had dinner with a friend on 2 different occasions. It was just really nice, just having some girl time, catching up. Y'all, I had the chance to babysit the cutest twins ever. They are almost 2 years old and just so adorable. I tried Top Golf for the first time. I had never done Top Golf, but I'm getting my technique together. Golfing may be my new thing. Have you done Top Golf before? Let me know. It was my very first time. To round out the month, my mom and I did a mother-daughter train trip to New York City for Memorial Day weekend. We really packed a lot into those couple days. It was so much fun. I'll insert some clips so you can see. We went to the MoMA, or the Museum of Modern Art. We visited Central Park. We toured the Empire State Building, which of course just has incredible views from the 86th floor of the building. We of course visited Times Square and saw MJ the musical, which was really well done. So overall, May was just a really fun and busy month, but it was not without its challenges. So early in May, my skin completely spazzed out on me. It was really inflamed and irritated, like all around my mouth. It's something that I had dealt with many years ago, and it just came back with a vengeance. It took a couple weeks to kind of get that back under control, but thankfully it's calmed down. My skin is much happier now. So hopefully it'll be smooth sailing on that front. And I'm not sure if you can tell in my voice, but I did get sick during the New York trip and I'm still recovering. So I probably sound really nasally, but I think I just had like a really bad cold, but it's taking a while for it to fully run its course. So if I sound nasally, a bit sickly, please overlook that. Okay, switching gears, let's see how my intentions for May went. So in terms of physical wellness, it was my intention to work out 3 times a week, to do 1 strength workout, go on 1 walk each week, and the 3rd workout was anything that I wanted it to be. So for this goal, I'm not giving myself this one. So I did several different workouts during the month. I did a dance workout from home off of YouTube. I did go to a yoga class. And I did go on several walks and did tons of walking while in New York. And I did a strength workout at the gym. So I am very pleased with the workouts that I did get in. It just wasn't exactly in the format that I thought it was going to be, in terms of exactly 1 strength workout every week, 1 walk every week. So I'm not checking that one off, but I am pleased with the activity that I was able to get in. My next intention was to cook on Sundays, and I am happy I can check this one off. This is really part of my regular routine and something that I am wanting to keep top of mind. And I feel like it's kind of a foundational habit for me. It's something that when I do it, I feel like it really just sets me up to have a really good week overall. Like when I meal prep and just cook on Sundays and start the week off with home cooked meals, I feel like I'm more likely to be active and really get in my workouts when I'm eating home cooked meals versus when I'm eating out. So happy I was able to maintain this habit even with traveling. In terms of emotional wellness, it was my goal to declutter all of the shoes in my closet and to look for some type of shoe rack or shoe organizer. Y'all, this is such a huge relief that I got this done. It took me longer than I thought it was going to, but it's done. It's off of my list. I had so many shoe boxes that were taking up so much space in my closet, and it was just a hot mess, but I took them all down. I'll insert a clip. I had shoe boxes all over my room, shoes everywhere, and I just went through each of them pair by pair, tried them on, decided what I was keeping, what I was donating, and my closet just feels so much lighter and just so much more organized without all of those boxes cluttering them up. So I actually didn't look for a shoe rack or a shoe organizer because I realized I don't need one. Now that I went through all the shoes, they actually all fit in my closet, either on the shelves that I have or down at the bottom. So I don't really feel like I need to buy a shoe organizer at this point. In terms of mental fitness, I was really focusing on practicing this idea of detachment or not clinging emotionally to getting a certain outcome. And just reminding myself, asking myself the question, is this within my control? For me, this played out most when it comes to my YouTube videos. I feel like I did a pretty good job of not being super disappointed if videos didn't perform as well as I had hoped. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. It's something that I feel like will always be a work in progress for me, but I'm satisfied with how things went on that front. In terms of YouTube, it was my intention to have fun filming, and I feel like I did a really decent job in the month of May of just taking the pressure off of myself, letting recording be fun. And I feel like my personality is coming out a little bit more, especially in some of the vlogs. So I'm happy with how that is going. And if you haven't noticed, I've started posting regularly on my community tab. I post little polls to get you all's input on things that you want to see. I definitely took you all's opinion when it came to my last video that I posted, which was on tips for waking up early. I had a completely different video idea in mind about why you don't need a super early morning routine, but you guys were more interested in the tips for waking up early. So I trusted you all and just went with that direction. And the video performed fantastic. It performed better than my last 10 videos did. So thank you to everyone who's been participating in the polls. There's a solid like 10 to 12 of you. I see you. I appreciate you. Let's keep it going. In terms of finances, it was my goal to create a new budget and to track my expenses weekly on Sundays after lunch, with the purpose of giving myself a specific day and time to do this, which is the habit stacking method. So as you can see, this goal ended up being a bit half and half. So I created the budget, right? I created the budget and I did well with tracking my expenses for a week. After a week, I just like fell off. I got really behind, and then it felt really overwhelming trying to play catch up with all the different transactions from like multiple weeks. It was just a lot. Before I knew it, the month was over. And really, when it comes to these monthly goals and intentions, the goal is not to be perfect with achieving all of them. They should be a challenge, and it should be, it should take some effort to get them all done each month. So the purpose is not to beat ourselves up if we don't accomplish everything. It's to see what went well, what things were challenges for us and why they were a challenge, and what can we do moving forward to make it a little bit easier or to better set ourselves up for success. All right, getting into my goals and intentions for June. In terms of health and wellness, I really want to get back into the habit of meditating. It's something that I enjoy, but it does take effort for me, and I've just gotten out of the habit. So I want to give myself a personal 30-day challenge for the month of June to meditate for just 5 minutes every day. Having such a short amount of time that I'm aiming for feels doable. It doesn't feel like I'm asking a lot of myself or it's gonna take a lot of time, but just 5 minutes can help me rebuild the habit and just give myself a little bit of quiet time each day or each night to just observe my thoughts, have some quiet time, and just woosah, kind of release some stress, be present, and just relax. So I plan on incorporating this into my nighttime routine. I'll be using the app Insight Timer to track my meditations and to use their timer function. I really like using the timer that's on Insight Timer because they have the little like sound bowls that go like ding at the beginning and ding at the end. So I'll be using Insight Timer to keep track of that. I also have a reminder set up in my reminders app on my phone, and I will be noting it in my Google Calendar. I have like a self-care calendar within my Google Calendar, so I'll be marking it on my calendar just so I can see throughout the month how well I'm doing. I'm keeping the habit of cooking on Sundays. In terms of activity, I do want to keep the goal of being active 3 days a week, but it can really be any activity at all. There's really no guidelines or like rules I'm putting around what the activity is. I'll also be tracking that in my Google Calendar. In terms of personal development, I feel like I need to do better generally. So I think what's going to help me moving forward is actually having a weekly planning routine on Sundays where I look at my goals on Sunday every week and actually create a plan in my Google Calendar for when I'm doing some of these tasks. I'm really excited because I was asked to give a goal setting workshop on how to set, health and wellness goals to a community healthy living group in DC. And so this is so up my alley. My doctorate is in health promotion, education, and behavior. So this is totally my jam. I'm excited that I was thought of for this opportunity. And so I want to be prepared and just give it my all. So I want to be prepared early in the month of June. I'd love to know what's one of your goals for the month of June. Let me know down in the comments so we can all support each other. Okay, let's get into these monthly favorites. I'm gonna start off with shows that I've been enjoying. Y'all, I am a sucker for a really good matchmaking show. Obsessed. I finished the newest season of Indian Matchmaking on Netflix, which I really enjoyed. I love Seema Auntie. She's just the funniest. Like the same makers of Indian Matchmaking came out with Jewish Matchmaking. And so I checked that out as well. I enjoyed it, not as much as the Indian Matchmaking show, but it was decent. Just matchmaking in general is very intriguing to me. I love to see, like people's criteria for what they look for in a partner and just how that all plays out when they meet the person. I've heard really good things about the show Queen Charlotte, the Bridgerton story. So I've started watching that. I'm only like 2 episodes in. So no spoilers if you've seen it, but I'm gonna be finishing that since it seems to be a really good backstory. And I don't think I've mentioned this on my channel, but I am obsessed with Shark Tank. I love seeing the creative businesses that people come up with and how they're received by the sharks and whether they get funding or not. Sad there's no more episodes. So I'll be definitely looking forward to a new season once that comes out. In terms of books, this isn't a favorite. It's just a book that I'm reading right now. I'm still reading The Silent Patient. Y'all, I just feel like it's dragging right now and I'm like struggling to get through it. I low-key want to give up, but I do want to see how it ends. I'm like more than halfway done, so I just need to push through because I feel like it has the potential to have a good ending and I do want to know how the story ends. So this is what I will be trying to finish, hopefully this month. No pressure though. I do have a skincare item this month. It's the Dr. Cerecal, I think it's Dr. Cerecal Vegan Kombucha Tea Essence. Y'all, this is huge, but I have made a dent in it. So as you can tell, this is a bi-phase product where it has the cream layer up top and then the fermented tea situation at the bottom. And the best part, the most fun part of using this product is mixing it up. So you do have to mix it up each time you use it and it just turns into this like milky tea, creamy consistency. It's so fun to mix. So let's mix it together. I just love how it looks. I just love how it looks when you mix it. I think they call that skintertainment when skincare products have a little bit of like entertainment to it. I don't know. So I've been enjoying that essence after using a toner and before using like a serum and moisturizer. It's been adding more like hydration and moisture to my skin without being really greasy. But the cream layer does have a little bit of oil in it, and I feel like my skin is really enjoying that. And with this packaging, it's going to last me forever. I wanted to mention that setting goals each month doesn't have to always be about adding in something new. It can totally be about simplifying and taking away things that are no longer working for you or no longer serving you. In this video, I share 5 mindset habits to let go of to change your life in 2023. I'll see you there. Stay true to you.